Welcome back. The Central Ohio High School Showcase. The COHSS. We do this every Saturday, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. here on Score On Air, the new generation of sports talk radio, The Score. Stream it live on YouTube. Check out the YouTube right now. It's a lot different than it was when we left from break. I found my guys. I told you I was going to go out here and find them. Got Franco on the board with me. You all right over there?
Yeah, just making sure you guys all sound lovely.
I'm about to get them on right now. From Hilliard Darby Baseball. We've been talking about them all morning. They are here in the flesh. Justin Fugitt, Cory Baker. Welcome.
Brooks.
I'm sorry.
I got your back, Cory.
Cory Brooks. Hold on. First of all, all right, hold on. Let's take it all the way back because I'm about to tell you this is the second time you're going to have to check me on his name, and I ain't even mad at him.
You
Cory.
got the first name we both
Cory, hold on. Check me out. Look, the first time I contact him, right, I'm spelling his name wrong. I got a nephew named Cory. It's spelled C-O-R-E-Y. So I just assumed that was spelled the same.
You know what they say about that.
You make a out of you and me. Absolutely. So we texting back and forth. He's like, hey, man, it's spelled C-O-R-Y. And I sensed it in the text, and I was cool with it, too. I texted him back like, hey, man, thank you for telling me.
Yeah,
so,
good for you. Don't let people do that.
Absolutely. So now I'm about to have you give it to me again. Cory Brooks from Hilliard Darby Baseball. Justin Fugitt from Hilliard Darby Baseball. Headed to the University of Purdue. What's going on, fellas, man? How y'all doing, man? Y'all all right?
Good. Yep. Just getting ready to leave for school. Yeah.
Thank you very much for coming, man. I want to get into a lot with y'all, man. Y'all story is absolutely amazing, right? I did some research after I found out how to spell your name. Yeah. And, man, it's just you guys been together forever, man. This is really like a family-type relationship through baseball, right?
Yep.
And I want to just get into it, man, because how you got from 10 years old, 9 years old, to Purdue, I'm sure a lot went into that, right?
Absolutely. I mean, even since day one, me and Justin have always talked about being, like, more as a joke, but being like a package deal out of school when we got older. And, I mean, it's kind of crazy. We both have that passion for baseball, and we drive each other. And getting that call from Coach COHSS saying he's offering us both a scholarship was pretty amazing.
But let's go back. Let's go back to 19 years old. How do you guys meet, man? On the baseball diamond, was it there that that started this relationship, man?
Oh, definitely. I mean, really from the first time we saw each other, we kind of just hit it off because, I mean, we both had passion for the game and just wanted to be the best we could.
Yeah. So it was a little bit different than, because that's a young age.
Yeah.
So at that age, we all seen the clips. You got little kid out there playing with the dandelion, throwing the dirt.
We were serious, man. We
had
a really good team. I think Cory was a little better than me because I was really small back then. But like, as I got older and we all got better, and me and Cory kind of like, out of everybody, we kind of stuck out. I think the past couple of years. But when I was younger, man, this dude right here, he's always been monster. But it's been fun, and I think that we've always been working hard since we were 9 years old, so it's really paid off.
Yeah, we definitely got a lot of good memories together.
Yeah.
So tell me about some of them, man.
So many tournaments, man. Every weekend in the summer, we're going somewhere.
Right. So, I mean, on the road, McDonald's, this and that, the whole nine.
Right.
Just tell me about some of those trips, man, being young and headed to wherever to play baseball.
Like I think honestly,
Maryland.
Yeah, Maryland was fun. We went there for Cal Ripken tournament when we were like 13.
Wow.
And they got like replica fields of like the Cubs, Boston.
Wow. Oh, cool.
Amazing.
Oh, it was awesome.
It's an experience. You stay there for about a week, and we played some teams that like they were amazing. Like we didn't know that there was some talent out there like that.
Now, as a young player, you go into these tournaments and stuff. Are there? You went to a Cal Ripken tournament. Is he there? Do you get a chance to meet him? Do you get a chance
I know the first couple of days he was there, just kind of like walking around, just checking the tournament out and stuff. But yeah, for the most part, it's just like he sponsors the tournament. We'll show up for a couple of days.
Yeah.
Right.
More likely to see Billy Ripken.
yeah, definitely.
Go ahead.
So, I mean, we're talking about amazing. You guys have been playing together forever.
Yeah.
What's the most amazing thing each of you have seen the other do on a baseball diamond?
All right, I got mine for sure.
Yes.
All right, so I'm gonna go first.
Okay.
All right, so for me watching Justin, I mean, being on the mound and having him behind me at second base is just awesome. And really, this year I saw Justin have like a 36-inch vertical and catch a ball that saved my first run of the year. So it was pretty amazing seeing that. And we have it on video and stuff. It's awesome.
Wow.
Got the goose eggs from.
Oh yeah, yeah, it was great.
So,
And a lot of goose eggs. For sure.
How about you, Justin?
so we all know Corey's a really good pitcher, but he's also a really good hitter. And our freshman year, like, I don't know what he was eating, but I swear every time he was up, he was hitting the ball like 400 feet, like literally. But the freshman fields don't have fences. And this dude, he hit 2 balls that it had to be, at least be like 430. And they call them ground rule doubles because they go into the forest so far away.
Oh, wow.
He's rounding home. He's rounding, about to touch home, and they say ground rule double. And he has to go all the way back second. And we were cracking up just because he's hitting the ball so far.
How many times did you do that?
A couple times,
Yeah.
yeah. Took one off the building at the freshman field.
That had to be 500, bro.
Yeah.
Maybe 450.
You
Yeah,
drive like a 400-yard par 4 with a baseball bat. Is that what we're saying?
Hey, I do want to ask some overall baseball questions, especially to you, Cory, because, like you said, you're a really good batter, but primarily you'll probably be a pitcher, I'm assuming,
Yes, sir.
at
Yep.
Purdue. Why don't pitchers continue to have a consistent bat as they move forward? Is it just because you just don't get the work?
Yeah, I think it's I mean, your job is to go out there and throw strikes and win a ball game, and I mean, mostly you just want to perfect your craft and not try to take on too much at once. So, like being a hitter, next year Justin's going to have to lift, go take ground balls, hit, to where I'm going to be doing a lot of lifting, conditioning, and working on like locating my pitches and just
And stretching stuff.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, Pilates,
Trying
yeah.
to stay pliable
Yep.
and that sort of thing.
Oh, wow. So, like, I've been to Purdue. I got a chance to go down there. Very small, quaint, you know what I mean? Universities, like neighborhoods right outside the stadium. I think that's awesome. What are you looking forward to most when you get to school?
The campus life, you know, like, this is our first experience with college, and I just hope it's a good one. And we've already met most of our teammates, like, coming in, so they're all really cool, and I'm really excited just to hang out with them and put the work in with them.
I mean, for me, I'm excited about competing in the Big Ten. I got a lot of friends from Central Ohio that are going to several different schools in the Big Ten, and it's going to be awesome playing against those guys and playing on one of the biggest stages in sports.
Absolutely.
You know, you hear it a lot in football when freshmen come in talking about wanting to put weight on them, okay? Is that something in baseball that they talk to you guys about, and how have they put a plan in place for where they want you guys to be?
Yeah,
Yeah, for
definitely.
sure. That's why we're going this summer.
Yeah.
They just want us to come in and lift.
What do they talk about to you when
So
they put a plan in place?
For me, I talked to the pitching coach like shortly after baseball season. He said that they're just gonna want to put like about 10 pounds on me and strengthen up my core and my legs, and put me on a good diet.
yeah, pretty much same thing, but I think I need to gain a little more weight than this guy over here. But
Ordering like 4 large pizzas in the
Right.
dorm room type thing?
He doesn't like pizza.
I don't like pizza.
Oh,
I'm a picky eater.
Chicken wings?
Yeah, chicken
something
wings.
like that, right?
But nah, just pretty much eating more, and since we're going in the summer, we're gonna be lifting a lot. So yeah, just trying to put some good muscle on.
Do you guys use any sort of, we're living this age of nutrition and
Yeah.
supplements and stuff like that. Is that something also that goes into the routine? Or
Yeah,
that they
for
talk
sure.
About?
Yeah, I'm like I kind of really watch what I eat. I try to eat good, but they got a lot of good food places though. So I don't know. They got
What's your favorite food place?
can't go wrong with Chipotle. But they got Five Guys, Taco Bell. You know.
Justin's the kind
That's
of
how you
guy.
get some weight. There you
Absolutely,
go.
absolutely, yeah.
What about you, Cory? You got a favorite food place?
I'd probably say Taco Bell. Justin's the kind of guy that's gonna live till he's about 110 because he eats like a bird. But every once in a while, I'll try him to get him to try a slice of pizza or something
Yeah,
for
I
some
can't.
money or something.
I
But
take you
Okay.
guys are roommates?
yep.
Probably.
Hey, it was amazing when he said, I don't like pizza. And just the thought of that going to college where pizza's eaten
Yeah, exactly.
every single
Oh, I
night,
know.
basically.
I can't do it. I don't like Italian food. So
Really?
I haven't had it since I was probably like 4.
Chicken wings on deck. I like the mild and the medium.
Yeah.
Roosters.
Roosters.
Yes.
All right,
Absolutely.
they got one there. I'm sure. We got about 1 minute left. All right, so we'll get into so much more. Cory Brooks, Justin Fugitt from Hilliard Darby Baseball.
You guys up for taking some calls if we get somebody to call in?
Oh, definitely.
All right, so
614-641-0674. The number here again, 614-641-0674.
you can text your questions in too if you don't want to feel like dialing the phone this morning.
Yep, you can call, you can text, and it's a live chat on YouTube as well. So if you're watching on YouTube and you got a question for Cory or Justin, you can go ahead and live chat that in.
All right, let's take a quick break. We'll come back more with the Purdue boys right here on the Central Ohio High School Showcase on scoreonair.com, the new generation of sports talk, The Score.
This is Bob McElligott, the radio voice of the Columbus Blue Jackets, and you're listening to the new generation of sports talk radio, scoreonair.com, The Score.
Hey guys, Matty Ice here, proud alum of the Ohio Media School. Get the training you need to get a job you will love. The Ohio Media School has classes in radio, television, sports broadcasting, and film and video production. Visit beonair.com today to get started. That's beonair.com.
What's good, Big Game James?
How you feeling, D.O. Jr.?
My guy, I'm super excited. High school sports is starting back, man.
Man, I'm even more excited because we got this new show starting. Tell the people what we doing, D.O. Jr.
Man, we starting the Central Ohio High School Showcase, the COHSS.
That's right. We're covering football, basketball, baseball, soccer, volleyball, and track and field. If it's in season, we own it.
Hey, you know we do this for the kids, man. You can listen live by going to scoreonair.com via the TuneIn app or watch us streaming live by going to the Score On Air YouTube channel.
The COHSS, giving you nothing less, showcasing Central Ohio's best.
I'm Jake Safranco with your Sports Doc Minute, brought to you by the OHSAA and the Ohio Media School. Now here's the Sports Doc, Dr. Chris Stankovich.
When we think of athletes like Derek Jeter, Kobe Bryant, or Tom Brady, often the first word that comes to mind is clutch. These are the types of athletes who seem to perform their best when the pressure is on. Did you know that clutch athletes aren't necessarily born that way? But what separates them from the competition is that clutch players are not afraid to fail. That's the biggest difference. In fact, they want the ball when the game is on the line. You know, in order to really solidify this point, you might want to go back to an old Michael Jordan commercial where he talked about not how many shots he made when the game was on the line, but how many times he missed. So it's important that we note, in order to perform our best in clutch situations, we have to want the ball in those situations, and we cannot be afraid to fail. Otherwise, we will fail in clutch situations.
This has been your Sports Doc Minute, brought to you by the OHSAA and the Ohio Media School. Enrolling now, visit beonair.com.
The Score wants to make you, you, a winner. Each week, scoreonair.com is giving away a prize pack that'll knock your socks off.
Ouch, hey, that hurt.
How? First of all, like us on Facebook, and every Monday we will pin up a post to the top of our feed, updating you on what the week's prize and contest details are. Now here, take your socks back. A winner will be selected every week at 7 p.m. Friday on our combat sports show, Tyson's Punch-Out. So give us a call or text to get qualified. This is your home for the new generation of sports talk radio and weekly prize giveaways. Here's how to qualify. Message us on Facebook at Your Score On Air or Twitter, also at Your Score On Air with your name, phone number, email, and date of birth. Or you could just simply call or text any of our live shows at 614-641-0674 and tell them you want to qualify to win t-shirts, sporting memorabilia, and more. This is your home for the new generation of sports talk radio and weekly prize giveaways. ScoreOnAir.com. The Score.
Tuesdays from 12 to 2 p.m. It's the Beermonger Sports Sessions on ScoreOnAir.com, the new generation of sports talk radio, The Score, and it's not your regular sports show.
You're listening to ScoreOnAir.com, the new generation of sports talk radio in Columbus. Online sports radio, WSOA ScoreOnAir.com, The Score.
The new
generation of sports talk radio. Here's your ScoreOnAir.com Score Center update.
Jason Kipnis and Michael Brantley weren't in the lineup. Manager Terry Francona was working on his third leadoff hitter in as many games, and Andrew Miller was unavailable. But the Indians had a new cleanup hitter and Lonnie Chisenhall coming off the bench. The lineup changes produced some instant offense and the Indians' first lead in 3 days as they beat the Dodgers 12-5 Thursday afternoon to avoid a 3-game sweep at Progressive Field. Next up for the Tribe is a 4-game series in Minnesota versus the Twins in a battle for first place in the AL Central on Friday. Carlos Carrasco faces off against Minnesota left-hander Nick Turley. First pitch is at 8:10 on Sports Time Ohio. Red Senior Director of Amateur Scouting Chris Buckley announced on Monday.
You're listening to the home of heart-pounding, adrenaline-pumping sports.
Broadcasting from Ohio Media School in the greatest city in the state.
In the greatest state in the country.
In the greatest country in the world.
You're listening to ScoreOnAir.com.
Welcome back. The Central Ohio High School Showcase. COHSS.
I am Mike Pendleton. Behind the board, Steve Sufferton.
That was Mike Pendleton, but this is Derek Owens Jr. Hey, you know, I just thought about it, Sir Franco, man. I never even introduced myself today, man.
No?
Nah, I really didn't,
they know
man.
who you are by this point.
I hope so.
It's like Bucciger. They know who you are.
Hey, I'm here with Justin Fugitt and Cory Brooks of Hilliard Darby Baseball. We got so much more we want to get into, but I got my man Jake Sofranco. He's holding down. We got a call.
Special guest here on the COHSS. I'm going to bring him up now.
Absolutely, man. I love guests, man.
Hello, Mr. Brooks. Are you there?
Yeah, buddy.
Hey, how's it going? I'm going to turn you up here so you guys can hear you.
Hey, Mr. Brooks, how you doing? Welcome to the Central Ohio High School Showcase. Thank you very much for calling and watching. How you doing out there?
Good. Sitting out on the patio watching the boys.
Man, that's awesome. I'm glad I could provide that for you today.
Do we
man.
look and sound okay, Mr. Brooks?
Sounds great.
All right.
Awesome. Now, do you have a question for the young man while they're sitting up here? I mean, I'm sure you got most of the answers, and that's why they're sitting here. So, thank you very much for that. But you got a question for him today?
Yeah, well, I've been coaching those boys since they were 9. And then we turned them over to Coach Fugitt when they got to high school. Ask Cory what his favorite sport was when he was 9 and 10 because we thought we'd lost him.
Go ahead, Cory.
All right,
Go
ahead.
So when I was 9 and 10, I was a skateboarder, snowboarder, and
oh wow,
I was pretty dead set on quitting baseball, football, and basketball just to live those dreams out. Because I mean,
X Games.
Yeah, at a young age, I was really good, probably like better than anybody around, and I don't know. Luckily, I had my dad and Coach Bibler and Coach Fugitt kind of just like talk to me like, "Hey, you gotta stick with baseball."
Did they give skateboard scholarships?
Oh no.
No skateboard scholarship. But still, the next Tony Hawk could have been sitting here, huh?
Absolutely, Rob Dyrdek or something.
Yeah, seriously.
That's my skateboarding knowledge.
Oh,
Tony
yeah.
Hawk and Rob Dyrdek.
Right.
I go 1 and 2 on that. Go ahead, Mr. Brooks.
I was totally devastated when he told me he wanted to quit baseball.
Well, what about the other two sports, Mr. Brooks? If I can ask you, how good was he in football and basketball?
Oh, he was a stud. He couldn't shoot a free throw to save his life. So.
I just kind of muscled everybody up.
We called him Shaq because he could not shoot a free throw.
So what did you say to him that convinced him, or how did he come around to deciding that he still wanted to stay in baseball?
Well, what had happened was I called my best friend, and I told him, I said, I don't know what to do. Cory's going to give up baseball and a skateboard. And the first thing he said, is he passionate about it? And I said, oh, yeah. He said, well, then let him do it. He said, because kids don't have passion. Well, then a couple of days later, we were at Alt Field, a little ball field, and Cory hits a 250-foot bomb to left field, and the lights went off. He said, I'm playing baseball.
That's success, that early success.
Yeah, so once that happened, he was tough. He was a tough kid to coach. He was Justin and Cory both were better than anybody we had, but man, did they know it. They were tough kids to coach. They probably ran more poles than any kids on our team because they drove me nuts.
Hey, Mr. Brooks, let me ask you about Justin sitting over here. what did he play football and basketball? I mean, did you get a chance to coach him in that? How was he in those other sports?
Justin played football, but he was a stud hockey player.
Yeah.
I mean, he gave up basketball. I don't think Justin ever played basketball, but he became a stud hockey player.
Yeah, I could have went
and
played after high school.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How good were you, Justin?
Yeah.
I mean, I really loved it too, but I could have played like after high school, but baseball is for sure my passion. I like it way more. But I've been playing since I was about 4 years old. I was leading goal scorer all 4 years of high school.
I mean, look, the physicality of hockey.
Yeah.
You know, so you're a different type baseball player just
Right.
off that alone, right? Did
It's
you enjoy
different.
the physicality, or
Yeah.
was it a relief to go back to baseball?
Well, I played football, so like physicality there. But after I stopped playing football, I stopped playing after freshman year. It's always fun, hit someone in hockey and knock them on their butt. But yeah, going back to baseball, they're two way different sports. But hockey's more of a early morning sport. Having to wake up at 4:30 in the morning and practice, and it was tough. And I miss it, but baseball is for sure my passion. So I'll be all right.
Were you better at hockey than baseball?
For a while, I was thinking I was, but I think by the end, I was a little better at baseball.
Not a chance.
Whatever.
Mr. Brooks,
I mean, he was good, but he baseball is where it's at, and he can swing it, and he can field it. Justin was our worst base runner when we were kids. I mean, he would drive us nuts because he'd get his on base percentage like 750, and he would get picked off or caught stealing, and then give us this little Justin Fugitt shoulder scrudge that just drove me nuts. It was crazy. And then Cory the same way. I'd scream at him for something, and he'd just look at me and give this deep Cory Brooks giggle. Oh, there's many times that he needed to find a different ride home. Because he wasn't going to get in the car with me.
Wow.
We asked these guys what they saw from each other that was the most amazing thing that they've seen on the baseball field. I'll ask you the same question since you coached them for a long time. What's the most amazing thing you saw each one of them ever do on a baseball diamond?
Oh, Justin's fielding prowess is unreal. He can turn a double play with any kid in the Big Ten. There's no doubt in my mind that Justin's going to compete at second base at Purdue. Cory he can pitch like no other, but of course I'm a hitting coach. I'm all about hitting. I've seen Cory hit some bombs, man, that it just broke my heart when he said, "Dad, I'm not going to hit in college." So probably the most memorable bomb was just this year. We were playing Gahanna out there in a game between our district tournament. Cory hit one off the scoreboard that maybe took 3 seconds to get out of the park. It was amazing, and it was his first home run in high school. He's probably hit 40 in summer ball, and never hit one on the spring team. So it was cool.
Hey, I hear the passion in your voice, Mr. Brooks, about him giving up batting. I want to ask Cory while he's sitting here, could you have done it as a batter?
I think so, but I think my best shot of playing after college is going to be on the mound, and that's like really what I'm focusing towards. Just trying to compete and try to play some pro baseball.
Absolutely. I don't know how much. What are we looking like, Franco?
Yeah, a couple minutes.
All right. So I want to ask both of you: have you ever turned a triple play, high school game?
Not high school, but when we were 11.
Oh yeah, when we were younger.
I think we turned one. We were in Tennessee, and we were losing to this team, and we turned a triple play. I just remember it really turned around the momentum. We got the momentum. Obviously, triple play, it never happens, but
wow.
Yeah, it was really cool. It was a freak. It was weird.
Since you continue to play baseball, I'll ask you this: who's your favorite hockey player?
Nah, I like Patrick Kane just because he's a goal scorer and he just gets around everybody, sees all the pretty goals. So,
Mr. Brooks, is there anyone that Cory reminds you of out there that's playing in the bigs right now?
Well, hopefully he'll know who's the pitcher for Cincinnati. That's the phenom in the weight room, Cory.
Oh, Michael Lorenzen.
Michael Lorenzen.
Yeah, Michael Lorenzen. Because Lorenzen's not the typical 6'6" right-hander. but he's like 6'2", 6'3", and he's got beach muscles out of this world. That's what Cory goes after. Cory and Justin both are weight room phenoms. That's going to be great when they get over to Purdue.
Awesome. We're going to wrap up this segment. I'm going to let you go. I think Cory's got one last thing to say here.
Thanks, guys.
Hey, Mr. Brooks.
Hey, thanks, Dad. Happy Father's Day.
Thank you.
Happy Father's Day, sir. Thank you very much for joining us, man.
Thanks
Appreciate it.
Bye-bye.
There you go.
Man, how awesome was that, man? Hey, so Franco, we want to wrap it up this segment?
Yeah, we can sum this up, though. You got about 30 seconds to get out.
All right, man. Look, I just want to say again, thank you very much to Mr. Brooks. We just got more of these guys. We got about another hour left. Justin Fugitt, Cory Brooks, Hilliard Darby. I want to get into just some of the memorable moments that you had during the season with your teammates. It was an amazing year, and just how you progressed up to that point. Okay, this is the Central Ohio High School Showcase. Justin, Cory, got my man Jackson Franco. I'm Derek Owens Jr. We'll be right back.
Broadcasting from the Score On Air studios at the Ohio Media School in Columbus, Ohio. Your home for all the latest sports news and talk. ScoreOnAir.com. The Score.
The Be On Air Network, bringing you the best of the best in internet radio from across the country. From Miami to Denver to Chicago and Cleveland. You'll hear all the top shows from all of our college stations. For more information on the Ohio Media School, go to BeOnAir.com. Be On Air Network, bringing you the best college radio has to offer.
Are you a sports fan? Do you have a mobile phone? Great, that's all you need to stay up to date with ScoreOnAir.com, the new generation of sports talk radio, with original talk shows starting every 2 hours, covering every sport from every angle.
From basketball
to hockey
to martial arts
to fantasy football.
We cover all Ohio sports. Just go to ScoreOnAir.com or download the TuneIn Radio app and search Score On Air. You'll be part of the action in no time. Whether you're stuck in traffic, at the grocery store, studying at the library, anywhere for that matter. Tune in anytime to get your sports fix. Follow us on social media or go to ScoreOnAir.com for even more original content, including play-by-play of local high school and college games, sports articles, and podcasts. ScoreOnAir.com is your home for the best analysis, coverage, and lukewarm sports takes. The best part, we're broadcasting live right here in Columbus.
OH.
ScoreOnAir.com, the new generation of sports talk radio.
The Score.
In a small village in Romania, after the 8th grade, students desiring to attend high school must pay their own way for transportation. From the village of Mociu to Cluj to Apahida, it costs $350 American per year per child for the bus ride of over 1 hour each way. With your help, 8 Roma children will be able to accomplish something their parents and grandparents could not do. Most of their parents have not received an elementary education. This year, 3 boys and 5 girls can have that chance to attend high school. Will you help? Please make a donation of whatever you can to help these 8 children get their high school education. Make your donations payable to Worthington Presbyterian Church, 773 North High Street, Worthington, Ohio, 43085. And add on the memo line, bus transportation. Your donation will make a dream become a reality.
Are you someone who has always dreamed of a career in sports media? The Ohio Media School now offers a 6-month sports emphasis program to prepare you for a whole new career. Whether it's radio or television, play-by-play or production, the Ohio Media School has you covered. You will receive training from professionals that are actually in the industry. The Ohio Media School will get you where you need to be for a successful career in this exciting, expanding field. To schedule a visit, call 614-655-5250 or go to beonair.com. Stop dreaming about a career in sports and make it a reality at the Ohio Media School.
The new generation of sports talk radio. Here's your ScoreOnAir.com Score Center update.
Jason Kipnis and Michael Brantley weren't in the lineup. Manager Terry Francona was working on his 3rd leadoff hitter in as many games, and Andrew Miller was unavailable. But the Indians had a new cleanup hitter and Lonnie Chisenhall coming off the bench. The lineup changes produced some instant offense and the Indians' first lead in 3 days as they beat the Dodgers 12-5 Thursday afternoon to avoid a 3-game sweep at Progressive Field. Next up for the Tribe is a 4-game series in Minnesota versus the
Twins in a battle for first place in the AL Central on Friday. Carlos Carrasco faces off against Minnesota left-hander Nick Turley. First pitch is at 8:10 on Sports Time Ohio. Reds Senior Director of Amateur Scouting Chris Buckley announced on Monday that the team has selected right-handed pitcher Hunter Green with the team's first pick, second overall, of the 2017 first-year player draft. The 6'3", 195-pound Green has topped out at 102 miles per hour with his fastball. Louisville could lose its 2013 NCAA title, and the Cardinals coach Rick Pitino will be suspended for the first 5 ACC games in 2018. He failed to monitor his program during an alleged sex for pay scandal, the Division I Committee on Infractions announced on Thursday. Louisville announced it will appeal the ruling. For the latest news, scores, and updates, keep it locked right here to the new generation of Sports Talk Radio, ScoreOnAir.com, The Score.
You're listening to the home of the latest sports news and updates in Columbus.
Streaming live on YouTube and the worldwide TuneIn Radio app. This is ScoreOnAir.com.
Welcome back. The Central Ohio High School Showcase, the COHSS, streaming live on YouTube. You can live chat the show. You can call or text the show like Mr. Brooks just did, Corey's dad. Happy Father's Day, Mr. Brooks. We do this every Saturday morning, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. here on Score on Air, the new generation of sports talk radio, The Score. Got my man Jake Safranco. I'm Derek Owens Jr., and we have from Hilliard Darby Baseball, Justin Fugitt, Cory Brooks. Now, overcoming adversity. Adversity comes in many ways. Just talking off air a little bit, for you two, has been injuries. So I kind of want to talk to you about it. Let's go with you right now, Justin, because you're dealing with something right now, and then we'll talk to Cory about what he's had to overcome this year. But what you going through right now, man?
So, like, I really haven't got injured that many times where it's, like, stopped me from playing.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just at this point I have, like, a mild scoliosis, and I'm swung so many times that my muscles in my back have shifted a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really painful to play. I tried to play this weekend, but I couldn't. And I just got to do physical therapy and shift my muscles back to how they were.
I listen to the doctors, man.
Right.
Does it affect you at all during your day-to-day stuff?
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard just to it's hard to run. I can't run at full speed right now. But like walking and sitting down, that's fine. But when I start to swing, it flares up, and I can barely do it. I can barely walk. So it's tough.
Real quick, I always wanted to ask this question: how much running do you do in a baseball practice? Just a warm up?
Running.
Pitchers a lot.
Yeah, I don't really run. We do one warm up lap, and we'll do sprints and stuff, but that's it for running long distance for me.
And you said pitchers run more?
Yeah, because we're trying to get the lactic acid out of our arms, and running's a really good way to do it, and just like a lot of cardio stuff.
Wow.
Yep.
You overcame a big injury this year.
Yep.
Let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about actually what you were doing, the sport you were playing. You already had the baseball future, obviously, but what happened to you out there, man?
All right, so senior year, I was our quarterback for our football team, and I was having a pretty good year, and we were playing our rivals, Hilliard Davidson, and it was about like the third quarter. I broke off a nice little run, and a kid dragged me down from the back, and when I fell, I kind of extended my left hand and fell on my wrist wrong. And like right away, I knew something was wrong, but I didn't think it was broken. I went and talked to the trainer. He was saying, it's just a sprain. We'll tape you up. It'll get better. So I go on to play for like 3 or 4 more weeks, and we're playing Dublin Jerome. And I get another run on the outside, and I get like rolled up on my ankle, and I thought I broke my ankle. So I'm standing in the huddle. I can barely stand up, and like coach's like, do you need out? And I'm like, nah, I think I got it. And we run the triple option, so I take my veer steps, and the minute my left foot planted, I just dropped. And right away I was like, I'm done for the season. So we went and scheduled a x-ray for my ankle, and it actually worked out because I didn't realize that my wrist was broken until I was on crutches for my ankle, and I couldn't use my left hand with the crutch. And I was like, something's wrong. So we ended up getting both x-rayed, and they told me that my scaphoid on my left hand had been broken, and that's a bone that you don't want to break. If there's any bone in your hand or wrist you don't want to break, that's the one. So we went and saw a specialist, and he told me right away, he was like, you either need to get surgery or that bone's going to die because it's based off the blood supply it gets. And he was like, when it's broken, it doesn't get any.
Yeah,
so
you get better, yeah, okay.
Yeah. So I ended up getting surgery. It sat me out until about March. I got cleared, and, I mean, to this day, my wrist is still broken. They want me to go in and get another surgery, but, I mean, I'm still kind of on the fence about that one, but
going under the knife is not a good thing.
Yeah.
It's amazing to me. Like you said, you didn't even know your wrist was broke, right?
Yeah.
I was having this conversation with a gentleman here that works at the school. But now when you fall and you take a twist or something, like back in the day, it was like, hey, if it's broke, you put the cast on.
Yeah.
You know, but it almost was like you can't walk or whatever. But now people just walk around with, like you said, you played three more games with a broken wrist. It's so amazing. But just talk to me about overcoming that. What is how is you got to get the surgery, you got to go into rehab, you got to, you know, who's there for you in times like that when you can't play? I know you got your brother here, but who are some other people who help you out with that?
Yeah, really just my teammates, my family, and my coaches. I mean, because the best part about baseball for me is the winter stuff, because it's just like we do a lot of hitting, a lot of just like basic stuff, but it's fun because we're starting to get back into that baseball grind. And having to sit out that the full year and just like sit back and watch really sucked. But like I had guys like Justin, like, you know, just give it a little bit more time, you'll be back out there with us, like doing what you do. And I mean, just really physical therapy was tough just because, I mean, going through a major surgery like that and then having to go, like, it was literally like 4 or 5 days after they had me doing physical therapy. And I still had stitches in and a fresh screw in, and they're having me pick up weights with my left hand. And it's just.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. I don't like the injuries.
Yeah.
So no more injuries. Let's get off of that. Right. Exactly. Yeah, but let's just talk about the season a little bit. You know, just give me some highs. Guys had a lot of highs.
Yeah.
Not very many lows, but give me some highs that throughout the season you say, hey man, you know what I'm saying, just some memories you remember.
There's a playoff game that's got to be up there.
Oh yeah. But like
against
throughout the whole season, I'm gonna say like, so our sophomore and junior year, we were really good as well, but we'd beat teams that were supposed to beat by like a couple runs. But I think what stood out this year, we were so consistent with beating teams. Like we'd beat teams that we should beat by like 10. We'd beat them by like 8 or 9 just about every game. You know, you'll have some bad games, but like we really didn't have that many. But I mean, like you said, the district final game, we didn't play that good. We didn't really deserve to win. But, you know, we still came out on top, and that was for sure one of the best memories I'll ever have with baseball.
Just talk about the game. I know you remember it like it was yesterday.
Yes,
just talk about how exciting it was, just being in that moment.
Well, I think
you guys are up, they come back. It was
crazy.
Was it? Yeah.
I mean, we started up, we had an early 3-0 lead, and, you know, in the back of my head, I'm like, about 4 more innings, and we're dogpiling.
Because they're not beating our defense. Like, it's hard to score on us.
Yeah. And I've said that we lost in the district finals the past 2 years before that. And every time it's been like the 3rd or 4th inning, in the back of my head, I'm like, all right, we're about to dogpile. And then something goes wrong. So I'm in right field that game. It's 3-0, and then Pick Central has a big kid going to Michigan State to play football come up. And in the back of my head, I'm like, all right, just put this guy on the base.
Yeah.
Like,
don't pitch him anything high. Yeah. Grove City's a short fence, so you never know what's going on.
Well, he ends up hitting a 3-run home run. It's tied 3-3, and then I'm like, all right, how are we gonna react to this? Are we gonna fall apart, or we end up going down like what? Five runs, yeah,
something like that.
And it would ended up being like, what was the score? Like 7-10, in the last inning, in the bottom of the 7th. And we ended up getting the bases loaded. Our 4-hole hitter comes up, hits a double in the gap. I score from second, I scored from first, I think.
No, dude, you were on third base. Remember, you tagged up.
Yeah. So I get to third base.
So we're down by 1 right now with 1 out.
Mm-hmm.
No, 1 out. No, there's 2 outs. There's 2 outs. Yeah, because Ben hit a line drive and he dropped it. I'm the 3-hole.
You're on third with Clay. Clay hit the sac fly. And then you scored.
Yeah, you're right.
So our 5-hole hitter comes up. Cory's on third base, hits a fly ball to the left fielder. And the dude catches it, so there's 2 outs, and Cory's got to go. Like, he's got to score. It's far enough. Cory's fast enough to get home. And I'm not kidding you. It was the closest play I've seen in a long time. It was a little high of a throw, and if the catcher had to catch it a little closer, like a little lower, he would have been out. But it was a little high. Cory got under the tag, and it was tie ball game after that. And then
what's it like as that inning, that half innings building, that comebacks building in the
oh my
dugout?
gosh!
Like you guys got rally caps on? Or you you do any of that
sort of
stuff?
I was about to have a heart attack. It was ridiculous.
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
jumping around, grabbing each other, that sort of stuff.
Coach Fugitt preaches good teams find a way to win, and that's every inning he kept coming up to us. He was like, we work our butts off all year. He was like, we're not going to let it fall apart.
We're not going down.
Yeah.
When you're coming down from third base to home, and is it slow motion? Is it Wesley Snipes in Major League?
Well, it was actually like a shallow fly ball into left field. It wasn't anything.
You probably shouldn't have gone.
I probably shouldn't have gone,
to.
but I just got a good jump off of it, and I knew I was like, you better take off because that's the worst way to lose a game going out your senior year is getting tagged out at home. So. And then right when I saw the umpire call me safe, that's when I was like, all right, we're about to win this game next at bat.
Yeah.
So
we were going crazy after that. And then so it's tie ball game, 2 outs. I'm like, all right, if we don't get this next run in, like, it's all right. We got next inning to worry about. And our 6-hole comes up, gets down on the count, hits a line drive to the second baseman, and second baseman got up, and his vert was really high. I was surprised that he even got to it. Snow cones the ball, and as he's coming down, drops it. And we're always preaching, as if there's 2 outs and it's a routine play, you think the guy's going to get out, always run as hard as you can. So our guy on second base is running as hard as he can, rounding third. And we thought the second baseman caught it, but he ends up dropping it. And because he never stopped, the second baseman didn't know what happened, and he scored, and we won.
Wow.
And we dog piled.
It was amazing.
You got your dog pile.
Yeah, that's what we wanted. Like, we wanted the dog pile.
It was crazy because losing in the district finals 2 years in a row and then to finally win one our senior year, that's what made it super special.
Yeah, it was awesome. I'll never forget it.
Wow. Yeah. Wow. What's it like playing for Dad, man?
It was, I mean.
Hold off on that.
All right.
Hold off on that. Because I know you want to send out some Father's Day wishes as well. Maybe we can get Dad to call in. Why is that over at the Diamond? It's the Central Ohio High School Showcase. Justin Fugitt, Cory Brooks. Got my man Jake Franco over here rocking with me today, man. Thank you for the baseball info. Look, we'll be back. We'll be back. Don't go anywhere.
We got a question, too, coming back from Texter as well. So a lot to get into in this next segment coming up.
Don't go anywhere. The COHSS. We'll be right back.
This is Bob McElligott, the radio voice of the Columbus Blue Jackets, and you're listening to the new generation of sports talk radio, ScoreOnAir.com, The Score.
Nasty's Sports Bar in Reynoldsburg is under new management. Located at 6150 East Main Street, the home for Taco Tuesday is rejuvenated and the home for great food and family fun. Nasty's Sports Bar is a great place for happy hour, serving $2 domestics, $3 glasses of wine, and $5 appetizers, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Call 614-864-2827 to find out the daily specials. Nasty's. Great food, family fun, with a cool name.
Listen to ScoreOnAir.com for your chance to win. Every Friday, we will be giving away a prize pack, and here's how you can qualify. Send us a message with your name, phone number, email, and date of birth to our Facebook or Twitter account. Just search Your Score on Air, or you can call or text any of our live shows at 614-641-0674 and tell them you want to win. It's that easy. A new winner will be selected every Friday at 7 p.m. This is your home for the new generation of sports talk radio and weekly prize giveaways. ScoreOnAir.com. The Score.
I'm Jake Safranco with your Sports Doc Minute, brought to you by the OHSAA and the Ohio Media School. Now here's the Sports Doc, Dr. Chris Stankovich.
Does your son or daughter struggle with nerves when it comes to competing in sports? If so, it's important to know that this is perfectly normal. In fact, professional athletes struggle with the very same anxieties that your son or daughter does while competing. Nerves are a result largely because of cognitive appraisals, and what that means is how we perceive things often dictates how our bodies will respond. You might want to think of this as fight or flight. In fact, when I work with athletes, I ask them, do they view pressure situations as challenges or do they see them as threats? If they view them as challenges, they often gain confidence, sharpen their focus, and become even more motivated to succeed. But if they see the situation as threatening, that's when anxiety creeps in and usually compounds matters. So it's important that you look at skills that can help, including deep breathing, using imagery, and reminding your child of the importance of positive self-talk.
This has been your Sports Doc Minute, brought to you by the OHSAA and the Ohio Media School. Enrolling now, visit beonair.com.
Are you a sports fan looking to expand your sports memorabilia collection? Well, First and Goal has you covered better than the Ohio State Secondary. First and Goal is your #1 place to find all the sports collectibles of your dreams. We are located at Polaris Fashion Place in Columbus and the mall at Fairfield Commons of Beaver Creek. Stop on in and you'll find autographed jerseys, helmets, photographs, and much more that will make you the envy of the neighborhood. Feel free to give us a call at 614-896-1016 for our store at Polaris, or call us at 937-427-4737 in Beaver Creek. For all your sports collectibles and more, it's First and Goal.
Matty Ice here, proud alum of the Ohio Media School. Are you looking for a new career? Not just a job, but a fulfilling career? If you want to work in media, radio, television, sports broadcasting, or film and video production, you need to check out the Ohio Media School's Columbus campus today. Their updated radio and television broadcasting program will even have you ready to work in a field you'll love in just 8 months. Stop by the Ohio Media School's audio and video studios today to see it for yourself. Visit beonair.com. That's beonair.com.
Do you like talking Buckeyes?
Yes! Oh my God!
So do we. Just not all the time.
We're home for the largest variety of sports talk. This is the new generation of sports talk radio. ScoreOnAir.com. The Score.
The Score.
Welcome back. The Central Ohio High School Showcase, the COHSS, every Saturday, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. here on Score On Air, the new generation of sports talk radio, The Score, streaming live on YouTube.
It's kind of a trippy beat you got going on here, Dio.
Yeah. You found it.
Was this me?
Yeah, you found it. We'll make it work, man. Got my man Jake Safranco over there holding it down for me, man. Justin Fugitt, Corey Brooks. Let's talk some regular sports. You know what I mean? Let's talk some this baseball. Who are you guys' favorite teams? Favorite players? Let's get into that a little bit.
So I think my favorite team is probably the Cincinnati Reds, just because my dad's a huge Reds fan, and you kind of just take over what your dad goes with. So
compared you to Lorenz and stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, like he's like all in.
I figured as much.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I like the Indians, but I'll watch whatever game's on, like whatever's on ESPN. Like I don't really follow a certain team. I know he follows the Reds more, but I'll just watch whatever baseball's on. But I like the Indians for sure.
Wow. And players?
Corey Seager plays on Dodgers. He's a stud. Bryce Harper's really good. Mike Trout, we were just talking about that. He's a beast.
All time, I probably have to go Barry Larkin for me. Watching him, like, when I was real little, my dad showed me highlights of him. That's why I wear number 11. And then over for the pitchers, I say my probably favorite pitcher is Marcus Stroman right now for the Toronto Blue Jays. He's a little guy, but he goes out and competes, and he doesn't let anything affect him. He wins ball games.
I got a couple questions on the live chat. Questions, but I just want to get you guys just talk about some of the sacrifices that you've made as players, just your family, how they've been behind you, how they've supported you. And again, your relationship is just fascinating me. You guys have been together so long. So actually, Mr. Brooks, Mr. Fugitt, like it's two dads, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Their sons and brothers, sisters, the whole nine. So just talk about the support that both of you have got from your own family and each other's families.
It's great. Just every weekend we were younger, baseball tournaments every weekend. So we're always driving somewhere. Our parents, obviously his dad was our coach, and he's never complaining. My sisters always came to the games. So it's just a lot of good support that we had throughout our families.
Yeah, our families were definitely behind us. Justin's dad, you know, I've played with Justin since I was little. His dad ended up being our varsity high school coach, so it's kind of funny. I kind of look at him as my second dad, and he's a guy that'll get on you about being a better person more than he will a better baseball player. So
I think that's helped us a lot along the way too.
Definitely. And the sacrifices, I mean, you think summer, you think, oh, I'm going to go sit by the pool and run around with my friends all
Cedar
summer long.
Point, Kings Island.
Yeah, exactly.
We wish. That's what we were just talking about. Since we're not playing right now, we want to go somewhere, but it's always been baseball.
Yeah,
that's what I think of summer, and so does he.
I think when we were little, we might have gone to the pool twice a summer and thought that was a good amount of times.
Well, that brings up a good question. Coach Panajodu has a question for you, and it kind of goes to those same lines. How do you stay disciplined and at the same time find that appropriate level to have fun and go out and do that sort of stuff? What's that like?
You just got to think about the end goal. Like, you only get one life to live, and you want to do everything you can to set yourself up. And, I mean, you think about it, and you're just like, there's too much, like, in front of me to waste it all. And you just really want to work.
You just got to think about, like what he said, the end goal, and, like, what do you really want to do in life. So you just got to stay disciplined and think about the end.
You can only play baseball for so long, so why not?
Forever, so.
Why not go all out while you can?
Right. Great motto.
Right, man. I love it. Just also let's talk about the dedication in the summertime, just to your sport, your craft, to get to this level. In another month, you're gonna be headed to Purdue University.
Right.
Boilermakers, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean,
engineers and baseball players.
You know,
engineers.
I don't know about that.
But let's talk about just the dedication that you put forth through the summers to get to where you are now.
I mean, for me, it's great because I got somebody like Justin who I can call up at any time and he's ready to go. Like, both of us want to push each other to get as good as we can, and there'll be days where it'll be 8:30 in the morning and I'll give Justin a call and be like, hey, man, what are you doing? He's like, nothing, you want to go throw? And I'm like, that's exactly why I was calling you. Like, it's just we know it like that. Like
it's just how bad do you want it? And some people want it more than others, and you just gotta work for it. So every day you gotta do something that separates you from others.
You gotta love it.
Yeah,
you really do.
You gotta love the grind for sure.
I'm with you 100%, man. I'm with you 100%. You got another question? Go ahead, because I got
No, I was, as we were talking about kind of your favorite baseball players, that sort of stuff, what are some of your other favorite sports to watch, like pro sports? Any favorite teams, or is there a team in a different sport that actually is your favorite team?
Pro sports, I mean, I like the NBA, like the NHL. Don't really like the NFL too much, but college football. I love college football.
College football is really nice.
College football is number one.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I'm just such a fan, absolutely. Now, you didn't play football, right?
I played.
Was you quarterback, safety?
Nah, receiver.
Receiver.
I was really small. In 7th grade, I was like 60 or 70 pounds, so I wasn't getting the ball too much, but I still had fun with my teammates.
One of the funniest stories about Justin playing football is I was our quarterback growing up, and Justin was the kind of guy that would catch like little screen passes just because he was so little.
Yeah.
And we're playing our last game of the season under the lights at Hilliard Bradley, and I see Justin break wide open in the end zone, and
I'm like this. I'm waving my hands. I'm like, give me the ball. I need to score one time.
And our line kind of like let some guys through, and I kind of had to scramble around, and I just launched it, and I see the ball just barely go right over Justin's hands, just outstretched, and that was probably one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
It was fun. We had a fun time. I don't know. I liked football. I was also playing hockey, and hockey's not a school sport, so you can play literally almost year-round. Mm-hmm. So hockey and baseball took up so much time that I had to give up one of the three, and I couldn't give up hockey or baseball. So,
wow, hey, that's an interesting combination. Hockey and baseball.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like you said, usually it's now. I want to ask you, Cory, did you play all three sports early on in high school? Football, basketball, and baseball?
Yeah, I actually played football, baseball, and basketball all three my freshman year. And then my sophomore year, I just narrowed it down to football and baseball. And then I actually took my junior year of football off just because I was worried about getting looks in baseball and stuff and trying to get my name out there. And that's my junior year is really when I started talking to some schools.
Mm-hmm.
And so that ended up being a good decision for me, and then went back my senior year and started quarterback.
What were some of the schools that you had an opportunity that they were looking at you, and also you looking at them.
Yeah.
Before you made the final decision.
At the beginning of my junior year, that's when I first officially hit 90 miles an hour, and that's I talked to UC, Toledo, Pitt, Ohio State, Marshall, just about anybody kind of contacted me. And the schools I really pushed towards was I went on visit to UC, Ohio State, was going to go to Pitt, and then we actually ended up playing at Grand Park, nice park in Indiana. And it's kind of a funny story. I was pitching, I was going up against a lefty committed to Illinois, and there's about 15 or 16 Division I scouts there with all their guns out on me. So the pressure's kind of kicking in, and so Coach Waz, the Purdue coach, comes up, and everybody's standing behind the fence with guns, and Coach Waz, he just walks up, sits in the stands, doesn't have a gun out, he's just watching baseball. One inning goes by, I think I struck the side out. He walks over to the dugout, and he's talking to our player manager that's hurt, but he would talk to all the coaches for us. And Coach Waz comes up to him, he's like, who's that kid on the mound? And Clay was like, that's Corey Brooks. He was like, where's he going? And at the time, I thought I was going to go to Wright State because that's a very good baseball program, and they ended up being top 20 in the nation this year. And so Clay's like, I think he's going to Wright State. And Coach Waz, he's a real black and white kind of guy. He was like, well, is he committed or not? And Clay was like, no, I don't think so. So he was like, oh, so he's going to Purdue. And for me to hear that right away, I was like, that's where I'm going. That's a winner right there.
Wow.
And then 2 weeks later, Justin gets a call, gets offered, and
it's just how it went. I think it benefited me a lot that I played with guys like Corey, because so many coaches come for them, but they also see me play too. So
yeah, definitely
that helped a lot. And when we were at Grand Park, I was just saying to myself, we got two studs on the mound. They're probably not going to watch me, but let's just see how this goes. Trying to take the pressure off myself. And I ended up getting about 4 hits that day and just having a good day at the plate. And he gave me a call the next day, and then he offered me about 2 weeks later. So
yeah, I can't say every time that a school came to watch me play, Justin made his name out there.
Yeah.
He balled out.
Right.
Real quick, you said we getting ready for one, Jake?
You can wrap it up when you get a chance.
No, I got to do this before we go. Your mom just live chatted me and said, tell me, she's talking to me especially, how to say your last name right, Justin. So can you pronounce it for me before we take this break so I can
Fugitt, but you're
Fugitt.
saying, yeah, it was fine how you're saying it.
Fugitt.
Yeah, it was fine how you're saying it.
I feel like Stu Gotts right now or something. Fugitt. This is the Central Ohio High School Showcase. I'm sorry, Mom. We'll be right back.
On the Dan Levitard Show.
Broadcasting from the Score On Air studios at the Ohio Media School in Columbus, Ohio. Your home for all the latest sports news and talk. ScoreOnAir.com. The Score.
Are you a sports fan? Do you have a mobile phone? Great, that's all you need to stay up to date with ScoreOnAir.com, the new generation of sports talk radio, with original talk shows starting every 2 hours, covering every sport from every angle.
From basketball
to hockey
to martial arts.
Fantasy football.
We cover all Ohio sports. Just go to ScoreOnAir.com or download the TuneIn Radio app and search Score On Air. You'll be part of the action in no time. Whether you're stuck in traffic, at the grocery store, studying at the library, anywhere for that matter. Tune in anytime to get your sports fix. Follow us on social media or go to ScoreOnAir.com for even more original content, including play-by-play of local high school and college games, sports articles, and podcasts. ScoreOnAir.com is your home for the best analysis, coverage, and lukewarm sports takes. The best part, we're broadcasting live right here in Columbus.
IO.
ScoreOnAir.com, the new generation of sports talk radio.
The Score.
NWA Midwest Championship Wrestling is looking for interns. Have you heard of Ric Flair? Well, this is the company that brought you Ric Flair before he went to the WWE, and we're looking for interns to work behind the scenes hand in hand with production, with audio, with video, and with podcasts and radio. Contact Damon Dury, the big dog, at 740-971-3968.
The Be On Air Network, bringing you the best of the best in internet radio from across the country. From Miami to Denver to Chicago and Cleveland, you'll hear all the top shows from all of our college stations. For more information on the Ohio Media School, go to beonair.com. Be On Air Network, bringing you the best college radio has to offer.
Are you someone who has always dreamed of a career in sports media? The Ohio Media School now offers a 6-month sports emphasis program to prepare you for a whole new career. Whether it's radio or television, play-by-play or production, the Ohio Media School has you covered. You will receive training from professionals that are actually in the industry. The Ohio Media School will get you where you need to be for a successful career in this exciting, expanding field. To schedule a visit, call 614-655-5250 or go to beonair.com. Stop dreaming about a career in sports and make it a reality at the Ohio Media School.
The new generation of sports talk radio. Here's your ScoreOnAir.com Score Center update.
Jason Kipnis and Michael Brantley weren't in the lineup. Manager Terry Francona was working on his third leadoff hitter in as many games, and Andrew Miller was unavailable. But the Indians had a new cleanup hitter and Lonnie Chisenhall coming off the bench. The lineup changes produced some instant offense and the Indians' first lead in 3 days as they beat the Dodgers 12-5 Thursday afternoon to avoid a 3-game sweep at Progressive Field. Next up for the Tribe is a 4-game series in Minnesota versus the Twins in a battle for first place in the AL Central on Friday. Carlos Carrasco faces off against Minnesota left-hander Nick Turley. First pitch is at 8:10 on Sports Time Ohio. Red Senior Director of Amateur Scouting Chris Buckley announced on Monday that the team has selected right-handed pitcher Hunter Green with the team's first pick, second overall, of the 2017 first-year player draft. The 6'3", 195-pound Green has topped out at 102 miles per hour with his fastball. Louisville could lose its 2013 NCAA title, and the Cardinals coach Rick Pitino will be suspended for the first 5 ACC games in 2018. He failed to monitor his program during an alleged sex for pay scandal, the Division I Committee on Infractions announced on Thursday. Louisville announced it will appeal the ruling. For the latest news, scores, and updates, keep it locked right here to the new generation of Sports Talk Radio, ScoreOnAir.com, The Score.
You're listening to the home of heart-pounding, adrenaline-pumping sports.
Broadcasting from Ohio Media School in the greatest city in the state.
In the greatest state in the country.
In the greatest country in the world.
You're listening to ScoreOnAir.com.
Welcome back. The Central Ohio High School Showcase, the COHSS. Here on Score on Air, the new generation of sports talk radio, The Score. Call or text the show, 614-641-0674. 614-641-0674. We got a call?
We're gonna take it hot here. All right, guys. Hello, you're on the COHSS. Too many S's there, Dio, but welcome to the show.
Hello?
Thanks. This is Jim Bibler.
Hello?
This is Jim Bibler.
Oh, yeah. That's our head coach from 9 to 15.
Yeah.
Hi, Coach. How are you?
How you doing, Coach?
Doing well. How are you guys doing?
Oh, doing fantastic, man. We've got 2 great young men here. You obviously, they just told me here that you were their coach when they were very young. So I'm sure you got some great stories. How do you feel seeing them up here today, getting ready to head off to Purdue?
Oh, man, it's really exciting time for them. And, I mean, I think that I might have coached them at 9 and 10, and then I think after that they started coaching me, truthfully.
Wow. So give us some stories. Go ahead. Give us some stories back then. What did you see from them early that let you know that they had the possibility to be in this kind of position years later?
I think the biggest thing with these guys and some of their other teammates, young too, was just their work ethic and their ability to play.
Your call is parked. Park extension is...
with Coach Bibler, he's kind of the guy that when we were real young, he was really tough on us, and it kind of set us up to go play for Coach Fugitt because Coach Fugitt and Coach Bibler, they kind of
really
have similar
right.
philosophies. And
he taught us the game, Coach Bibler.
Yeah, he definitely did. And he's one of the guys that I would thank the most for me continuing to play baseball because he was kind of the guy that kind of took me off to the side. He was like, you're too good to give it up.
Really?
Yeah.
But, Coach, you still with us? No? Wow. Now I want to talk about that because at an early age, learning the game is so important. Right. You see great athletes, they get to middle school or they get to high school, they still don't understand the basics of the game. Yeah. How important was that for both of you to learn it early?
What separated us from other guys was that what teams don't do now that they need to do, especially when you're about 9 and 10, is they need to practice more. Mm-hmm. Now everybody just plays games, but when we were younger, we had practice like 4 times a week, 2 hours long. All we would do is just learn the game of baseball, take ground balls, hit, and that's really what made a difference between us and other teams was that we learned the game more than them. So
yeah, it was practice. Coach Bibler would always just make sure we knew every situation that was going on, like keeping us on our toes. So it was awesome playing for him, and I credit him to a lot of mine and Justin's success.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. We do have another call.
Yep. Hello, caller. You there? Hello, Coach.
Hey.
There you are. Okay.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm still here. I got some of that. I don't know how much you got of what I was explaining, but just that Cory and Justin's ability to work hard and play for their teammates and never let anybody outwork them, never let anybody, any team at all, was just a philosophy that we, pushed towards these kids. And when they saw the competition getting better, they pressed and worked even harder.
Wow. Coach, I'm sorry. I do have Mama Fugitt on the line. And not on the line, but she's live chatting me. And basically, she said it was all good. Just continue to pronounce the name right. So, but she said she will call in, but she's headed to your sister's cheerleading car wash. So enjoy the car wash today. She'll have some good weather. And I'm sorry, and I will continue to pronounce the name right, Mom. I love where you out there.
Shout out to Carrie Fugitt.
No, really?
Yeah.
So, hey, Coach, what are you most proud about? Just seeing them today, sitting here, just two upstanding young men. What are you most proud about over the course of time?
Probably the most pride comes in them playing for their community team. They certainly were recruited by many, many teams coming up and could have played for about anybody in Central Ohio. But, their love for community and drive to support their fellow teammates that they have been with since 8 or 9, I think is really what, makes me most proud is just the fact that they stuck it out with their buddies as opposed to, seeing greener pastures someplace else.
I'm with you on that, Coach. Hey, Coach, I'm with you 100% on that. Go ahead, Jack.
No, I just wanted to thank you for calling in, Coach. You got anything else? We got one more on the line if that's all you got.
All right.
All right, Coach.
All right,
thank you.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
Yep, you bet. Take care.
Got another caller?
Think so.
All right, let's get them on.
Hello, you there?
All right.
Good morning.
Good morning. Welcome to the Central Ohio High School Showcase. Who's on?
Okay. All right. Well, please call back in if we missed you on that one.
Please call back in. Community, man. What's that mean to you guys, man?
When we were about 9 and 10, a lot of teams, like we were the Hilliard Colts, so you had to be in the Hilliard area to play for us. But a lot of teams were just Ohio or whatever, So you can grab guys from anywhere. But we were beating those teams with kids just from Hilliard. I think, staying with the Hilliard Colts, it just brought, the community more together. So
there we go.
All right, we have a caller on the line. Hello?
You're on the air.
Hey, this is Chris Fugitt, Coach Fugitt.
Hey, Coach. Welcome in.
Am I on the air?
Yes, sir, you are.
This is Jake Safranco, and you're with D.O., host of the Central Ohio High School Showcase, along with
How we
your
doing?
son and Cory.
Welcome to the show, Coach. How you doing, man? Everything all right out there? Happy Father's Day to you.
Happy Father's
Hey,
Day,
thank
Dad.
you. Appreciate it.
So,
How's the boys doing?
Hey, I mean, they doing awesome, man. Look, you have been a part. You've raised and been a part of what I'm sitting in front of. Just two great young men. Just off the top, outstanding. But I want to ask you, man. You like I said, you've raised one and you watched the other one come up from day one. What are you most proud about sitting here, just listening to all of this right now?
I just think it's pretty neat that obviously with Justin being my son and Cory, since I've known since he's been about 7, just to see them grow up in front of my eyes and fulfill a dream that they've had when they were little kids, and next thing you know, they're off to play Big Ten baseball. It's, you think about the whole thing, it's pretty neat.
Coach, what's the most impressive thing you've seen from these guys as you've coached them and gotten to know them? Well, of course, gotten to know Cory closer.
Just their drive and determination to get to where they want to be, day in and day out. They're working hard, the work ethic, the discipline, and the things that is needed to be able to get to where they want to be, and they've been able to do that year in and year out, and at the same time have some fun doing it.
Hey, Coach, I want to ask you, most coaches and fathers, like, they drive their sons, but how much have these two young men actually put pressure on you to help, for you to help get them to where they want to be?
Well, you know what? There's a Justin sitting there. He's pretty self-driven. I've kind of laid back, and he's pretty self-driven as far as, hey, Dad, let's go hit me some ground balls. Let's do this. Let's throw. He's the go-getter. And I purposely kind of let him do that. I didn't want to be the one, leading him. He's been kind of the one that wanted to do it on its own. So from that aspect, it's kind of worked out. I don't feel like I pushed him real hard. I know sometimes it's tough being a father and a coach of a player, but I think I've tried to stay back and just let him figure things out on his own, not necessarily be critical of everything he does. And it's been a joy to coach him. Both of them.
Coach, so you got your opportunity here to ask them a question. What would be one thing as they're getting ready to go into Purdue that you would want to find out from them?
Well, one thing I would ask would be, to Justin and to Cory, what's it like playing for a guy that you've known, Justin, your whole life, and Cory for the majority of your life? Has it been a lot of pressure? Has it been fun and been kind of what you expected? What do you guys have to say about that?
I was just thinking about this the other day. My whole life I've always been waiting to play for my dad. I was always the bat boy for Darby, and then it's crazy.
Yeah, you played bat boy before you were old enough, and your mom wasn't happy about that. But I would put guys in charge of you when you were about 3 years old, and they actually did a good job protecting you.
So I understood how he coached just because Coach Bibler coaches very similar way. But it was just crazy how fast 3 years went by, that our high school career is already over. But no, I think just from understanding how he wanted us to play the right way, it was a lot of fun, and we had a lot of success. So I think most of the times we were in some good moods because we didn't have a bad season in 3 years. So I don't know what it'd be like if we weren't very good, but I'm just happy it worked out the way. I'm just happy it worked out the way it did. So it was a lot of fun.
Yeah. And then for me, it's been kind of different because I've known Coach Fugitt for most of my life, and like Justin, I've been waiting to play for him since I was little. And I probably Coach Fugitt doesn't have a lot of gray hair, but I'm sure everyone he has from me. I'm the kind of guy.
Cory, yeah, that's true.
I'm the kind of guy that likes to have fun, and Coach Fugitt's real black and white. So if I'm screwing around, he gets into me pretty quick. So it's fun, but he does it because he means well and just wants to see me do the best. So it's been a pleasure playing for him.
Coach Fugitt, man, while I got you on the line, sir, Let's get an opportunity, man, to plug your program. You guys were awesome this year. You sending 2 young men to Purdue University. But while we have you on the line, what can we look forward to next year from Hilliard Darby baseball?
You know what? We lose 6 outstanding seniors, but I don't feel like the well's dry. We got a great group of seniors to be. Our lower levels have been successful all the way down to the middle school. My hope is that the younger kids, got a taste of what it's like to play championship baseball, and we just keep the train rolling.
Coach, this is Jake Safranco. I just wanted to thank you for allowing us out there. Hey, and access to your program and for how you welcomed us. Thanks again, and we look forward to doing it again next year.
Hey, yeah, I appreciate you guys promoting just not only our program, but all of high school baseball. And I was a little worried because we only lost 4 games, and the first 2 games you guys did are games we lost. So
well, then you gave me that hat, and it would all turn out.
Yes, you got that hat on right now.
No, actually, I don't. I didn't wear it in
right
today.
Now.
I didn't want to.
Right.
Yeah, I should have, so I didn't jinx the interview.
Okay.
But I've asked all the callers this so far, and nobody better to ask than you. What's the most amazing thing you've seen each one of these guys do on a baseball diamond?
Oh, man. There's been a lot of amazing things. Start with Cory. Probably just the way he progressed from a sophomore varsity pitcher to one of the top pitchers in the entire state of Ohio. Just to see that progression in the last couple years, and just the way he worked on the mound and gave our guys a chance to win every game he was out there. I knew when he was pitching that we had a pretty damn good chance of winning the game. Justin, on the other hand, just the way he has grown into a 120-pound OCC starting sophomore second baseman to a guy that, now hitting doubles, hit his first home run over the fence as a high school senior. He was always the little kid growing up, just hoping to slap one through, and now he's just hitting balls in the gaps, doubles and triples, and got his first home run that his grandma got to see, which was pretty neat.
Awesome.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Happy Father's Day.
Hey, thank you.
Yeah.
Coach, thank you very
much. Guys, have fun.
Hey, thank you very much for joining us. Appreciate it.
Thanks for doing what you do. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thanks, Coach.
That was Coach Fugitt, Hilliard Darby Baseball. This is Derek Owens Jr., Jake Safranco, Justin, and Cory. We'll be right back. Got one more second left.
Broadcasting from the Score On Air studios at the Ohio Media School in Columbus, Ohio. Your home for all the latest sports news and talk. ScoreOnAir.com. The Score.
The Be On Air Network, bringing you the best of the best in internet radio from across the country. From Miami to Denver to Chicago and Cleveland, you'll hear all the top shows from all of our college stations. For more information on the Ohio Media School, go to BeOnAir.com. Be On Air Network, bringing you the best college radio has to offer.
Are you a sports fan? Do you have a mobile phone? Great, that's all you need to stay up to date with ScoreOnAir.com, the new generation of sports talk radio, with original talk shows starting every 2 hours, covering every sport from every angle.
From basketball
to hockey
to martial arts
to fantasy football.
We cover all Ohio sports. Just go to ScoreOnAir.com or download the TuneIn Radio app and search Score On Air. You'll be part of the action in no time. Whether you're stuck in traffic, at the grocery store, studying at the library, anywhere for that matter. Tune in anytime to get your sports fix. Follow us on social media or go to ScoreOnAir.com for even more original content, including play-by-play of local high school and college games, sports articles, and podcasts. ScoreOnAir.com is your home for the best analysis, coverage, and lukewarm sports takes. The best part, we're broadcasting live right here in Columbus.
IO.
ScoreOnAir.com, the new generation of sports talk radio.
The Score.
In a small village in Romania, after the 8th grade, students desiring to attend high school must pay their own way for transportation. From the village of Mociu to Cluj to Apahida, it costs $350 American per year per child for the bus ride of over 1 hour each way. With your help, 8 Roma children will be able to accomplish something their parents and grandparents could not do. Most of their parents have not received an elementary education. This year, 3 boys and 5 girls can have that chance to attend high school. Will you help? Please make a donation of whatever you can to help these 8 children get their high school education. Make your donations payable to Worthington Presbyterian Church, 773 North High Street, Worthington, Ohio, 43085. And add on the memo line, bus transportation. Your donation will make a dream become a reality.
You're listening to the home of the latest sports news and updates in Columbus.
Streaming live on YouTube and the worldwide TuneIn Radio app. This is ScoreOnAir.com.
The Central Ohio High School Showcase. Welcome back. Hey, we got about a couple minutes left with my guys, Justin Fugitt, Cory Brooks from Hilliard Darby Baseball. Thank you to Coach Fugitt for calling in. Thank you to Mama Fugitt for checking me today. And good luck at the car wash. Coach Bibler called in.
Yeah,
Bibler. Yes. It's just been an amazing show. Thank you for everyone that's watched and called in. So I'm giving y'all, this is it. A couple minutes left. Social media, how to find y'all. Give me all of it.
All right. So I just want to say thanks to my family for supporting me and Cory throughout our whole lives in baseball, sacrificing their summers. And you can follow me on Twitter at jfugue42 and Instagram at jfugues_42.
Yeah, and for me, I'd like to thank my parents as well, my brother, my teammates, and the coaches I've had in the past have really had a big impact on me and sticking with baseball. And you can find me on Instagram at C_Brooks05 or on Twitter at CoryBrooks15.
No Snapchat for you guys? You guys don't do
Snap?
that?
Yeah, we got girlfriends. We gotta.
No, we're loyal to the girls.
Yeah. I got you. That's good.
Can't be putting that out there.
So the one thing I wanted to just talk about a little bit, and I know your dad and Coach Fugitt talks about it a lot, and it's what makes great baseball teams, versus what makes good baseball teams. Can you guys just talk about that a little bit and how you go about handling details and fundamentals?
Yeah, it's definitely Coach Fugitt's the kind of guy that nitpicks, and he'll watch a practice, and we'll think, oh, that was a really good practice, but he'll pull out about 10 things on this little sheet of paper. It's the smallest details you can think of, but it's the stuff that's going to carry over into the game and help you win some ball games. So
yeah, everybody's got to buy into the system.
Yeah.
If everybody's not all in, then you aren't going to be as successful. But
what are some of those things that he would nitpick about?
Like hustling out to your position every time.
Sprinting
if
out
you
to
don't
your
do
position.
it, you will sit. Stuff like that.
You mean like after inning, before, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like end of inning?
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
You have to sprint out there or else you're not going to play.
Getting a sack bunt
Yeah,
down.
getting a bunt down, swinging at strikes, just fielding all the routine
The little
plays.
things that not every team thinks about. Like, you'll see guys walk out there, and, like, to us, we're like, what are you doing? Like, you know what I mean? So just the little things that other teams don't look at, our team does, and I think that's why we're more successful than other teams.
And one thing for me, like, if you get preaches, like, be quick on the mound. Don't be a guy that's sitting up there in between pitches, like playing with his hair, because your defense starts to fall asleep. And that's one thing Coach Fugitt really just tries to, like, get in a rhythm and get going.
There's an old John Wooden saying, be quick but don't hurry.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's a saying for us. So
that's great. Awesome.
Hey, for me, I just want to say thank you guys very much for coming on the show today. The official position of the Central Ohio High School Showcase is, I want to see number strikeouts from you, number doubles, triples, and home runs for you, man. Nothing but success that we wish to you, man.
Sir.
And just an excellent high school career. The future's bright.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So got the brothers here. Cory Brooks, Justin Fugitt from Hilliard Darby. So Franco, man, we good?
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Yep. Thank you for having us on the show.
I really appreciate it. It was a fun time.
The Central Ohio High School Showcase, man. We'll be back next week, man. I'll put something together for y'all during the week, and we'll be back.